Programming skills using C, lecture number 14. And during this lecture, we are going to deal with some sorting techniques. Sorting data is very, very important in computer science. And we have a lot of different techniques to make this sorting very efficient. We have bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, and many other sorting techniques. So we shall begin with the simple sorting technique called the bubble sort. So here as we will learn the algorithm for bubble sort. We will perform this bubble sort. We write C program to sort these elements using bubble sort. Then we will go into selection sort and the insertion sort. So here coming to bubble sort, we want to design this algorithm. We design this algorithm. So I have here 5 numbers in an array called A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. 20, as you see, these numbers are arranged in the descending order. Descending order. So how am I going to do the bubble sort? So what I start from the beginning of the array. I compare two numbers, then 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. And with that, I place the largest number at the last location, as you see here. So let us consider J value as 1. J value is 1. I ask this question, is J greater than J plus 1? As you see here, 20 is greater than J plus 1. So I ask if A of J is greater than J plus 1. Then I do the swapping. And that is 17 is going to come here. And then uh, this is 20 will be there. As you see, I am using temp here. So assign 20 to temp, and then I swap these numbers as we have done in the earlier case. Now we say 20 has gone, the largest number has gone to the second position. So again I come to J is equal to 2. J is equal to 2. And I ask this question. If J is equal to 2, therefore I'm asking if J2 is greater than J3, J2 is greater than J3. Yes, sir. Therefore, what do I do? Again, as you see, 20 is there in temp. I swap these numbers. 13 comes there, 20 goes there. So this is done. Now, J value becomes 3. J value becomes 3. And again, I ask if J3 is greater than J4. Yes, sir. I do the swapping, 9 will come there, 20 will go there. And J value is becoming 4 now. Again, I ask this question, is A of J, 4 is greater than 5? Yes, I swap these numbers. As you see, 20, which was the first number, has become the last number. It has gone to its right position. Now I come to the second time. I will start the same thing again. I start from the 1 to n minus j is equal to 1 to n minus 1. So again, I'm going to ask the same question again right from the beginning. I'm going to ask the same question. Is A of j greater than A of 2? Yes. So I will exchange that. Again, I'm going to ask the same question. As you see in this case, again 17 will go and will be here, will be the second last number. So 17 is greater than 13, I swap therefore. Then 17 is greater than 9, I swap therefore. As you see, swap therefore. And 17 is greater than 5, I swap. Therefore, this has gone to its position. Then I come to the next level. That is, I asked again, now 13 and 9 is there. I asked this question, a j of 1 greater than j plus 1. Yes, I swap these two numbers. Again, I swap these two numbers, and 13 has come to its place. And with that, I come to the last, a j 1 and 2. I compare. Here compare j 1 and 2, and immediately I swap these numbers 5, 9, as you see here. Therefore, all these numbers are arranged in the ascending order: 5, 9, 13, 17, 20. So this is how I am going to do j values. So for j is equal to 1, 2, in the first case 4 times, second times 3 times, third time 2 times, and 1 time. Therefore, for j is equal to 1 to n minus I. So I is equal to 1, it becomes 5 minus 1. I is equal to 2, it becomes 5 minus 2 3 times, I is equal to 3 it becomes 2 times, I is equal to 4 it becomes 4 times. So this will give you an idea about the loops we are going to have. Therefore we need to have the two loops here. Outer loop is in terms of I, for I is equal to, as you see, 1 1 2 3 4. Our value is 5, therefore n minus 1. So for I is equal to n minus 1. For j is equal to 1 to n minus I. When I is equal to 1, 4 times. When I is equal to 2, 3 times. When I is equal to 3, 2 times. When I is equal to 4, 4 times. So this becomes the algorithm to sort these numbers in an array using bubble sort. So I put it here in the flow chart. So of course here before that I have to input n numbers into the array. Then I ask this question, start with the first outer loop for I is equal to 1 to n minus 1. That is what we have designed just now. For I is equal to 1 to n minus 1. And then for j equal to 1 to n minus I. As you see here, this is n minus I, first time 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time. So that is what we are going to do. Then j, so j I compare with j plus 1. I swap if the j number at j is greater than j plus 1. So I go on doing it till I come to the end of j, then go to I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, I is equal to 4. And once it is done, if n value is 5, it will come out of the loop, and the array which was not ordered array earlier will have numbers in uh, ascending order. So that is, now it is your task to again write complete flowchart. In complete flowchart, get the value for n, enter n numbers, then you print those numbers which are not ordered. Then you do this sorting using bubble sort and then display the values. So now you write complete flowchart, C program. Stop your video. Here we have written the C program. You are supposed to write I have not shown you the other things. So here we have declare A20, I, J, N temp. These are needed. And then here we have got the title and value for n. You input those numbers, your input section, enter n values. For example, if value of n is 10, enter 10 numbers. You are going to enter 10 numbers. Then you print the unsorted array. And here for I is equal to 1 to n minus 1, for j is equal to 1 to n minus I, you do the swapping. You should have indented code here. I have not done that, sorry. And then you print the sorted array. As you see here, this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm. I've entered 9 numbers. They are not in a proper order, and I have executed bubble sort, and you see minus 5, 4, 3, 5, 8, 10, 15, 19, 20, 25. These are the sorted array using bubble sort. So kindly write your C program and test your C program for various numbers. With that, we come to the next sorting technique called selection sort. Selection sort. What do I do in selection sort? In the selection sort, what I do is I go through the complete list, find out the smallest number and assign to the first location. Then I start with the second location to end of the list. Again, find out the smallest number, assign it to the second location, etc. For example, here I have this thing, temporary variable contains 30, and then I have from 2 I have gone searching, and I find that 2 is the smallest number, which is at 5, and that is assigned here to the number here to, and then 30 goes in there. Similarly, second here 5 is the smallest number. It will come to the second position, and automatically, as you see in this case, all the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Now you pause this video and write a complete flow chart for this. So flow chart is for I is equal to 1 to n. There's n times. Then I say minimum number. I assign, as we have done earlier, minimum number. Same algorithm. So first assign a of 1 to minimum number, location is equal to 1. Then from I equal j equal to 2, when I is equal to 1, 2 to n, I go to the end and I find out the minimum number. We have done this. If a of j is less than minimum, so then assign aj to minimum and location is otherwise you skip. So this way I find out the minimum number. So I've got the minimum number, it comes out. So I go to that location where that minimum number was. I assign the first number in the when I is equal to 1. So then I assign that minimum number to the first. When I is equal to 2, I assign the minimum number, the number which is there at the second location to the location, minimum number location, and then assign that minimum number to the second location. I go on doing it. I think it has to be n minus 1. So this is how you do the selection sort, selecting the smallest number and assigning it to first time to the first location, second time to the second location. When I is equal to 1 to the first location, I is equal to 2 to the second location, go on doing it. Now you write the complete flow chart and C program and then execute the C program. So here I have got the C program. We have entered these numbers. So minimum is equal to AI and location is equal to I. Then I find out within this loop the minimum number. Then assign that at that location where the minimum number was the first number when I is equal to 1 and get that minimum number at the first location. I go on doing it and then I print the values automatically. It contains, it will be a sorted array. So this is what you are supposed to do. For example, here I have done entered these numbers and then I have sorted these numbers using selection sort. Selection sort. Your problems for you to work are these. Write flowchart with pseudocode to enter some numbers and use the insertion sort. Now it is your task now to go to the internet, don't copy program, find out the algorithm and then write the flowchart and C program to do sorting using insertion sort. And the last one is searching for number. We have done linear search earlier. Now it is the binary search. I would like you to try that. In the next lecture, I would do that. But before that, I would like you to make some effort, find out the binary search technique to find out a given number in an array. And for this prerequisite is that the numbers are arranged in the ascending order or the descending order. This is very important. Otherwise, you cannot do binary search. Whereas for the linear search, it need not be in any order. You go on searching till the end of the list if whether the number is present. Binary search prerequisite is that the number are arranged in the ascending order. Thank you. Thank you.